Hey everyone, welcome to today's video where we're diving into marketing research fundamentals. So what exactly are we covering? First, we'll break down what marketing research actually is and walk through a 6-step process that'll make it all click. We'll explore how marketing research fits into decision support systems and why that matters for your business. Thinking about a career in this field? Great news! We'll chat about the marketing research industry and all the exciting job opportunities waiting for you. Now, the most crucial step in any research project is defining the problem correctly. We'll spend plenty of time on that, because get this wrong, and everything else falls apart. We'll also talk about developing an approach to the problem, step 2 in our process, and break down all the components you need to consider. Whether you're making marketing decisions or conducting the research yourself, I promise this perspective will be super valuable for your work. That's what we're covering today. Let's get started. Today, we're diving into marketing research. Honestly, one of the most fascinating parts of the entire marketing field. So what exactly is marketing research? I'll give you a proper definition and show you how it breaks down into 2 main areas: problem identification and problem-solving research. Don't worry, I've got some real-world examples that'll make these concepts super clear. We'll walk through the entire 6-step marketing research process that professionals use every day. You'll see how marketing research isn't just about collecting data. It's about providing critical information that drives actual marketing decisions. If you're curious about the industry side, I'll give you a tour of the marketing research suppliers out there and some solid tips on how to choose the right one for your needs. And good news if you're job hunting. This field offers some seriously exciting career opportunities that we'll explore. I'll also show you how marketing research fits into larger marketing information and decision support systems that companies rely on. Throughout this video, I'll reference an actual department store project I worked on. We'll use it as our running example, so you can see how these concepts apply in the real world. We'll touch on international marketing research, which we'll dive deeper into in future videos. And because ethics matter, we'll discuss the responsibilities that everyone involved in research has to themselves and each other. I've packed this video with practical applications too, from internet examples to hands-on exercises you can try yourself. For my teaching friends out there, I've included guidance on conducting actual marketing research projects with your students, because honestly, there's no better way to learn than by doing. Let's jump in with some examples that showcase just how diverse and interesting marketing research can be. Now, let's look at a fascinating real-world example of marketing research in action. Let me tell you about Boeing and how they used research to make crucial business decisions. You know Boeing, right? They're the major player in commercial jetliners for over 40 years, serving customers in 145 countries. As of 2009, about 12,000 Boeing commercial jets were flying worldwide. That's roughly 75% of the entire global fleet. And their commercial airplane division, Boeing Commercial Airplanes, or BCA, is constantly battling in an incredibly competitive market. Even though there are only a few companies making commercial airplanes, the competition is super intense with extremely high stakes. That's why BCA regularly invests in marketing research to stay on top of the changing marketplace and truly understand what their customers, the airlines, and their customers, all of us who fly, really want. For one particular study, Boeing hired Harris Interactive, one of the world's largest market research firms, known for the Harris Poll and their pioneering online research methods. They wanted to find out what kind of aircraft travelers actually prefer. The research team got creative with their methodology. As Dr. David Bakken from Harris Interactive explained, they presented people with real-life travel scenarios to understand the feelings behind their choices. And what they discovered was super interesting. Travelers on very long flights generally prefer the experience that smaller planes provide. The study was pretty comprehensive. They conducted 913 interviews across the United Kingdom, Tokyo, and Hong Kong with international travelers who had recently taken flights lasting 8 hours or longer. They used a two-stage approach, first screening people by phone or in person, then having them complete an online survey. They made sure to include equal numbers of premium business, economy business, and leisure travelers. And what do they find? The results were eye-opening. More than 60% of travelers preferred a single-deck, 250-passenger plane over a double-deck, 550-passenger plane for nonstop flights. A whopping 70% preferred a nonstop trip on the smaller plane versus a connecting flight on the larger plane, even if the larger plane had an onboard lounge. Travelers in all service classes across all regions believe smaller planes would provide a better experience with everything from check-in and boarding to baggage claim and customs. These insights were gold for Boeing. They immediately put this research to work, conducting follow-up studies with airlines using in-depth interviews and surveys. The result? They developed a new version of the Boeing 737 specifically for the 100 to 215 seat market, focusing on creating more economical solutions for airlines, better flight experiences for passengers, and improved environmental performance. Their newest 737 family models have continued the 737's legacy as the world's most popular commercial jet. And talk about market success. These planes have won orders for more than 5,200 aircraft. That's truly remarkable, even for a company like Boeing. This is exactly what powerful marketing research can do. It informed Boeing's product development decisions and led to incredible market success. Marketing research isn't just academic. It drives real business outcomes. Now let's look at another fascinating example that shows how marketing research is evolving in real time. Let me tell you about Satmetrix, a company that's completely revolutionizing how businesses collect and use customer feedback. What makes them special? They operate in real time, not just daily reports, but minute-by-minute customer insights. Satmetrix's customer relationship program is designed to maximize the impact of every customer interaction by continuously gathering feedback and immediately transforming these customer dialogues into actionable insights. Their whole philosophy centers on feeding the authentic voice of customers directly back into organizations. It's pretty impressive. Customers can go online to submit complaints and suggestions, and Satmetrix even hosts live chat sessions for users of certain products. All of this happens with one goal in mind: capturing the true words and emotions of consumers and using this information to improve products and services. They've basically capitalized on the growing need for live marketing research. As of 2009, the internet was continuing to revolutionize the entire marketing research process. One huge advantage of online services like Satmetrix is eliminating the extra data input step that traditional research methods require. Interestingly, Satmetrix isn't your traditional full-service marketing research provider. They're what we call a standardized limited service provider, meaning they don't get involved with every aspect of the research process. Their approach, design, and data preparation are consistent for each customer. That's where they focus their expertise. But their service is incredibly valuable. They help clients identify product problems through direct customer feedback, and they're especially useful for problem solving when customers provide suggestions. Take NBC, for example. The network uses Satmetrix services to get viewer feedback about what they're looking for in programming, their likes, dislikes, and preferences. This feedback helps NBC adjust their television shows to better match viewers' tastes, which ultimately leads to higher viewership. In one specific case, NBC discovered through Satmetrix that viewers wanted a sitcom that was lighthearted, clever, and humorous. This feedback directly led to the launch of Kath and Kim, a remake of the popular Australian comedy, which premiered on October 9, 2008. The viewer feedback provided by Satmetrix was instrumental in developing and modifying their programming lineup. This real-time approach to marketing research is changing how companies make decisions. It's faster, more authentic, and creates a direct line between customers and product development. Let's look at another fascinating case study that shows marketing research in action. The story of Scion, Toyota's innovative approach to reaching a younger audience. Toyota had already achieved tremendous success with both their Toyota and Lexus brands. While Lexus was created to appeal to the more affluent, older crowd with luxury vehicles, Toyota spotted an opportunity they were missing: the younger generation-wide demographic, those born between 1977 and 1995. This was a massive market of over 65 million Americans where Toyota had relatively low market share, competing against brands like Honda, Volkswagen, BMW, Mazda, Ford, and Chevrolet. Toyota conducted focus groups and surveys targeting teens through 30-somethings and discovered something problematic. Toyota had the image of being my parents' car. Not exactly what you want to hear when targeting younger buyers. So Toyota launched a secret project they codenamed Genesis to research the under-30 market. They wanted to understand what features this demographic wanted in their cars and learn about their buying habits. The research team examined existing Toyota models like the Echo, Celica, and MR2 Spider, only to discover that the Generation Y crowd saw these cars as having no cohesive theme and carrying Toyota's older image. As part of their research, they brought several cars from Japan to see what reaction they'd get in the American market. The models that created the most buzz were modified for American preferences, ultimately resulting in a completely new line of cars called Scion, a name meaning offspring of an illustrious family, perfectly capturing their relationship to Toyota. With the cars and strategy in place, the next challenge was building the brand and marketing to this new audience. Toyota hired marketing firm Atik to help tackle this. Their approach was comprehensive. They conducted traditional focus groups and clinics for qualitative research, plus internet surveys and youth panels for quantitative insights. They even implemented case studies, asking people to study their younger friends' preferences and report back. What did all this marketing research reveal? The Generation Y crowd values individuality, expression, diversity, and style. They're more likely to dismiss traditional commercialism and are more influenced by word-of-mouth communication. This led Scion to avoid conventional advertising channels like network TV or magazines. Instead, they marketed through guerrilla tactics, live concerts and events with a music or arts focus specifically catering to this younger audience. In 2003, the first Scions hit the market. They launched with 3 different models designed to attract various segments of younger buyers, including the Scion XB, a boxy, compact SUV. All Scions came loaded with features appealing to their target demographic: 160-watt stereos, cell phone holders, plush seats, and plenty of customization options. They even implemented a no-haggling, straightforward pricing structure to make buying more enjoyable for many first-time car shoppers. The results? More than 90% of Scion owners had never owned a Toyota before, and the median age of Scion owners was 34, significantly lower than Toyota and Lexus owners at 49 and 54 respectively. Since 2006, Scion partnered with Nielsen Online's BuzzMetric service to leverage consumer-generated media in their marketing strategies. This was crucial because that's where their customers were most active and engaged with the brand. All 3 Scion models, the TC, XB, and XD, performed well through 2008 until the recession hit. But the story doesn't end there. Toyota learned they couldn't become complacent with their success. The younger generation is notoriously fickle, meaning Scion and Toyota needed to continuously rely on market research to meet the ever-changing demands of younger buyers. This case perfectly illustrates how thorough marketing research can help a company identify a market gap, create products specifically designed for an underserved demographic, and develop marketing strategies that resonate with their target audience. The Scion story is a textbook example of marketing research driving business success. Now, let's look at a fascinating trend in the fast food industry that was identified through marketing research: the shift toward healthier options. As average consumers became more health-conscious, fast food chains faced a new challenge. With obesity lawsuits being filed against major chains that only offered fatty, greasy options, Many restaurants started adding healthier alternatives like salads and fresh fruit, while also reducing portion sizes. And guess what? Marketing research showed this strategy was working. According to the Quick Track research study by Sandelman and Associates in 2009, Americans were actually satisfied with fast food despite its reputation. This Quick Track study was pretty comprehensive. It's what we call a syndicated market research project, conducted quarterly to track consumer behaviors and attitudes toward major fast food and pizza chains across different markets. Each quarter, they surveyed 400 respondents in each market through both phone and internet interviews, covering more than 100 markets with diverse demographics. Their methodology was solid. Phone respondents were selected using computer-generated random samples of both listed and unlisted numbers, while online respondents came from a massive panel of over 5 million internet users. Participants were asked about their recent visits to fast food chains and had to rate their experiences on a 5-point scale, from 1, poor, to 5, excellent. What did consumers care about most? The top 3 attributes were cleanliness, 77% rated it extremely important, food taste and flavor, 74%, and order accuracy, 66%. But here's what's really interesting. The availability of healthy and nutritious food was growing in importance, with 40% rating it as extremely important, up from 34% in 2003. Fast food chains responded directly to these research findings when he started offering fresh fruit bowls as both entrees and desserts. McDonald's introduced a fruit and walnut salad, and IHOP began selling fruit plate entrees. According to the NPD Group, another marketing research firm, fruit consumption in restaurants increased by more than 10% from 2006 to 2009. As Carrie I. Anderson, president of Wendy's, noted, now's the time for fruit because consumers are looking for different tastes and healthier options. These examples perfectly illustrate the crucial role of marketing research in designing successful marketing programs. We can see marketing research being used by all kinds of organizations, from Boeing and NBC to Toyota and fast food restaurants. Marketing research has become global, real-time, responsive, and much more integrated with marketing and product development. The examples we've covered show just a few of the methods used in marketing research: telephone, personal, and online surveys, focus groups, in-depth interviews, and leveraging the internet as an information source. Throughout this course, we'll explore the full range of marketing research techniques and see how they're applied to create effective marketing strategies. Now let's look at a formal definition of marketing research to better understand its role.